Hello, I'm Chanel, welcome to Spirited Stardust, and today on Craft Cafe I'm going to share with you what I've baked and what I've crocheted and any other handmade gifts that I've received this month. So to start with, I baked a beef pie. It was from a cookbook, so I can't share the recipes. I don't know about copyright and that sort of thing. It was delicious and perfect for a wintry night. I then made a cake for my partner's 30th birthday party. I've used a photo from my old blog. I used to be a food blogger like 20 years ago before it became popular. So this is a salted caramel vanilla baked cheesecake. The recipe is by Donna Hay, which I'll link down below. It is a great recipe. I personally prefer, instead of sprinkling the sea salt on top of the sour cream topping, I actually put the sea salt in the caramel sauce. That way it makes it a salted caramel sauce, and I just like it that way. But yeah, it's a great cheesecake. It's always a winner whenever I bust it out. I also made a leek and mushroom soup, and I'll pop the recipe link down below here again. Now with this one in the photo, I've put nutritional yeast all over it. It's a habit. I just cover everything in nooch. It's back from my vegan days. Excuse the yellow topping on top. This is a great soup. I didn't do the thyme infused cream. I don't like eating a lot of dairy. After saying I've had a cheesecake, but yeah, I just felt it unnecessary. So instead of having a thyme infused cream, I just put the thyme in the soup, and I also added a truffle oil because I just feel like truffle really goes well with mushrooms and leek, and in this soup it was chef's kiss. So highly recommend doing that. That was delicious. Now my partner recently went to Byron and he picked me up this mug, this handmade mug, which has all these little divots in it. It's stunning. I absolutely love it. I love handmade ceramics, so vases, mugs. I just love everything that's got like a human touch to it. So yeah, so that's what he brought me back from Byron. And I also recently got this candle, which is a new moon candle. It says, "In this light, I set intentions and align." And now in the candle, you've got citrine, quartz, and pyrite. And this is in the scent sea salt and vanilla. And I think this one, I normally tend to just get beeswax candles. I think this is a coconut wax candle. So those are those items. I'm going to swap camera views and show you the bags that I crocheted. Not this month. I cannot crochet any bags this month. I saved some bags from last month because last month I knew that I was going to have to take time off to heal, so I just banged them out. I just crocheted like a fiend so I could have some bags to show this month while I healed my tendonitis. So let's go and check them out. So now we're on to the yarn portion of the video. So I'll start with the one I'm just going to show you on screen first. So this is Wattlebird yarn in Dove Lake, and I did cobble stitch. So this yarn was quite lovely. I'm quite happy with the yarn in this bag. I'm just going to show you what I keep in there. So I keep the dream keeper's tarot in here. I don't like the stitch that much, to be honest. The cobble, it's a bit messy. So yeah, I did this bag to go with this deck, which I think it does really nicely. It's got like the grays and the dark blues, and yeah, I just thought it was a great match for this deck. The yarn itself, yeah, it's soft. It was pretty easy to work with. It's, you know, locally made in Australia, reasonably priced. So yeah, I liked the, you know, the Wattlebird yarn in Dove Lake. I thought it was cute, but yeah, cobble stitch, not for me. I would purchase from them again. So next up we have King Fibre singles in Panda. And I did sedge stitch for this bag, and in this bag I like to keep the oracle, obsidian oracle, because I just think it suits it. So King, I love King, as you know.
I originally used their 8-ply and thought it was grand, so I thought I'd try their singles out, and it's also great. That being said, I do like their 8-ply more than this 4-ply. So I just find the colors come out a little nicer, because obviously with the 4-ply I have to double yarn it. So yeah, it changes the way the color works up. But otherwise it's nice, it's soft. In regards to sedge stitch, I don't mind it. It's pretty good. I have done it a few more times, but after doing it a few more times I decided that I'm probably not going to use it as one of the main stitches for my bags. So that's that one. Next up we have Malabrego in Rios in the color Liquid Amber. And for this one I did Star Stitch. I think Star Stitch is stunning. It's gorgeous. The way it like shows up, I'll just take the deck out. The way it shows up the color is beautiful. But that being said, so I put the This Might Hurt Tarot in here because I felt like it had similar color palette. That being said, I don't think I would do Star Stitch again, just because it took so long. And yeah, it was a bit time intensive. It wasn't that fun to actually crochet for me. I like to enjoy the crochet sort of experience, and this one required too much attention. Like I had to keep my concentration. I couldn't just do it sort of mindlessly. That being said, though, like Eddie is probably one of my favorite stitches. I do adore it. Will I do it again? Maybe. If I feel like, if I haven't got many other projects on and I can take the time to do Star Stitch, then yes, because it is, I just think it looks beautiful. So that was that. Malabrego Rios. Oh, I forgot to talk about the yarn, goodness me. Malabrego, I love Malabrego. I think their colors always work up so good. It probably doesn't even come up on this camera, but it's just beautiful. They just, stunning, and it's soft. Even for an 8-ply, I find a lot of 8-plies aren't soft. The Malabrego is, so that's why I like it, and it's so cheap compared to a lot of the other yarns. One of my top yarns ever. Next up we've got Hedgehog Fibers sock yarn in Oracle. So I did cluster stitch for this one. Oh, we'll not be doing cluster stitch again. I don't like it. It sort of looks messy. Not a fan, to be honest. And in this one I keep my Nocturna deck. The yarn itself, Hedgehog 8-ply I normally like. They've got some pretty cool colors, but Hedgehog 4-ply, don't really like it that much, to be honest. I'm like, no, I probably will not use it again, because yeah, I just didn't enjoy it, and it yeah, wasn't for me. That stitch probably didn't help too, because I don't like the stitch, but yeah, I won't be purchasing the sock yarn. I don't tend to not like sock yarns in general, I think. So like I said, going forward, after I've used up all the yarn I've bought, no more sock yarns. Okay, next up we have my favorite that I made. Oh god, this yarn is delightful. This is Julie Asselin Sabine. The color is Sabine. It's I think it's got silk and cashmere in it, if I recall. It is so soft and smushy, and just like, it's what you'd put on a baby's skin. So I did Elizabeth stitch, or I think it's called like mini bean stitch for this one. And this was for the Oracle of Light and Dreams deck. So these are the backs. So the back sort of like inspired the color choice for me. But yeah, this yarn was absolutely delightful. I think it's gorgeous. I will 100% use it again in the future. They don't have a lot of variegated colors though, from what I could see. So, and I just really prefer variegated. So I'll still, like I said, once I've used all the yarn I currently have, I will try it out in the future again. In terms of the stitch, this stitch was really fun to do. I really enjoyed doing it, but it makes it's not, what's the word, sturdy enough. So there's too much it sags easily with weight. So for my decks, I want quite a sturdy, tight knit stitch. So it doesn't work for, you know, my deck bags, but it was a beautiful stitch and it really brought out the softness of the yarn. Just stunning. So those are the 5 bags I did. Well, I didn't do them this month. I left some bags from last month because I knew I was going to be, what's the word? I'll just put all the bags out again. I knew I was going to be resting my arm because I have tendonitis from 6 weeks of crocheting. I did a lot of crocheting in those 6 weeks. I will admit I probably way overdid it. But yeah, so these current bags for this month are ones that I did last month because I did so many. I was able to save some. So yeah. So out of today's 5, I'd probably say the Julie Asselin, this one was my favorite yarn, but I love the Malabrigo still, and I love the King. The Wattlebird was also great. The Hedgehog sock yarn down here, no, not for me. But that's what I crocheted this month and the yarns I used. And I forgot to end off my video with the outro, so I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are, and as always, stay wild, Star Child.